All right? We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, which you call the United States of America. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakwadash.
Double honor to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds of the world, prophesying and laboring in this truth. All right? We want to get on you Christians, man, and mainly the 2/3 of our own people that follow after this wicked philosophy that was given to you by the so-called white man during the slavery times. All right? Because it's done nothing but destroy our people. You know, Christianity has rocked our people to sleep. And we hear the prophets of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to wake you people up to your true nationality, your true heritage, and let you know this is our book. And the so-called white man has been using it against you. All right? You people on the sign, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites, you need to wake up to the truth of this Bible.
I just want to say, because contrary to popular belief, the Christianity and religion has helped to aid it in keeping you asleep and away from your Heavenly Father. Because you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of the Most High God. He chose you. That's why you're in a condition, because you're in punishment. Because you didn't keep your end of the bargain of following the statutes, laws, and commandments that the Bible writes. But the I was just going to say, but the so-called white man, he took this Bible and used it against you to where you don't even believe in it anymore. It's because his understanding don't make sense. What he teaches you out of the Bible don't make sense. Okay? It was just meant to confuse you and to take away the validity of the Bible. But the real prophets are on the streets again. We're out here on the internet, the streets, and we're telling the people the true understanding that this Bible really has and the prophecies that's written in it. Okay? You got it out.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
All right, that's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You rebelled against the Heavenly Father, not following His laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why we in the fucked up situation that we in right now. All right, we the lowest of the low. We live in the ghettos. We live in the projects. All right, we the first fired, last hired. All right, that's why we in this sunken place that our people are in. All right, thinking, you know, that we living in paradise here in Babylon. We in slavery. We slaves right now. Our people walking around thinking you free. You never been free. The white man, the so-called white man, has got your minds enslaved, thinking that you're free, thinking that you're gonna make it in America. All right? The same place you think you're gonna make it is where you're gonna die. Because our people are dead right now.
That's what I'm saying. You know damn well you ain't gonna make it to the level of the so-called white man in this society. You know he ain't gonna never allow that to happen. Because the moment you get up to that level, what you gotta do, you gotta take who's on that level off that level. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right? You got it out.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
And the ox and the ass are stupid, dumb animals. All right? You can lead them anywhere. At least they know who their master is. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all don't even know who your power is. Y'all don't even know the name, the true name of your power.
Your God.
It's your God, which is Yahweh, and His Son, Yahushai.
But Israel does not know, my people does not consider. All sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
Evildoers, you 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you commit iniquity every day against the Heavenly Father. All right? That's all you got?
Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Let me read this one. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint.
Can I say something? The Most High God is saying right there through Jeremiah that our whole nation is already destroyed. Why would He continue to let this happen? Because He won't be able to keep His promise no more. Huh? Isaiah. I'm looking at Jeremiah. Isaiah, okay? So the point is, he's like, I'm not gonna continue this. I gotta do something now. I gotta intervene, and that's what he's beginning to do. He's doing this this time through his prophets. He's going to have them out there teaching what's about to happen to America and certain parts of the world, and especially the so-called white men and you other nations. Okay, he's about to show you what a real God is about to do for his people.
I got a script. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. It says, therefore my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge.
Okay.
And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Our people are going into captivity, all right? Not with chains like in slavery, but in your mind, all right? In the philosophies what Christianity gives you. Like, God loves everyone.
Sloppy. First it was change.
Yeah.
Then Esau had to do something different, you know, and mentally enslave you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Spiritually enslaved.
And that's what he's done. All right? And you people need to wake up out of that sleep that you're in. All right? And only we know the elect will wake up out of that. And the 1/3. But you 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, y'all just missile food, man.
Yeah, can I get another script? This is John chapter 8 and 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Basically, the truth is what's gonna get us out of that mental condition of bondage, man. All right? Right now, our people are still enslaved by the indoctrinations of their oppressor, which is the so-called white man, which is Esau. All right, he still has his yoke on the neck of Jacob right now. And he has his stronghold and his foot upon you with his philosophy, his religion, the lies and deception that he's teaching you in his so-called educational system is to keep you niggas as his slave.
Right.
That's how he keeps you niggas programmed, man. All right, Christianity, plantation Christianity, y'all don't even know that was a systematic concept and method for them to actually keep you niggas mentally on them slave blocks, man. All right, the Calvinism, all them different denominations, the Christianity. Did you not know that the men who originated those different theologies, they all were owners of slaves, or at least the majority of them. Some of them spoke out against slavery, but a lot of them, they actually owned slaves. Look up Jonathan Edwards. He was a prominent man that a lot of Reformed theologians that conform to Calvinism, they actually value that dude. Like he was somebody that was like like a forefather. He's highly revered amongst that religious sect.
He's the John Smith to the Calvinists, like John Smith is for the Mormons.
God.
Or Joseph Smith.
He owned slaves, and he didn't think there was nothing wrong with owning slaves. Okay, and what they had was a mindset. It was a Puritan mind state, where they basically they use religion to governmentalize their slaves. Okay, so they use the same form of theology that your sell out pagan bought and paid for mega pastors. The same theology that they're under, they use them to pacify you sheep to keep you docile.
Hey, classic example was in the movie that nobody went to see, Birth of a Nation.
Exactly.
It took one of your own to teach you so you would get back in line. Because you would listen to your own, you wasn't going to listen to them no more.
And that's the same thing they're doing today.
Yep.
They're just, giving you, parts of scriptures, not reading the whole scriptures, not giving you the true breakdowns, and you people are taking it. Don't ask no questions, just put money in the collection plate. And that's what it's all is a racketeer just to get your money. That's all these pastors, these Christians want. All right?
They're extorting you with under the guise of teaching you about God and about God's will. When they're lying, they're not even reading the things that they read. Only half of that comes out the Bible, and they'll take a few scriptures, missing the whole rest of the book. The book tells you itself that the book is about lamentations, mourning, and woe. The book of Ezekiel. Okay, there's bad news in this book. When this book comes out, it's bad news. for most of the people on the earth. But for the Most High God's chosen elect, it's great news. It's good news. Oh, you want that? I got something right quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Romans chapter 13,
Oh, yeah.
verse. Where am I at? Romans 13 and 11. It's right here. Yeah, 13 and 11. Yeah, I'm looking at 14. It said, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep.
Knowing the time. What time are we in? We in the time of a major prophecy is taking place in the world. All right, you have we on the brink of World War III. All right, the chip is about to be implemented.
Yep.
Okay,
Which is the mark of the
which
beast.
is the mark of the beast.
Fires.
Yeah, you got fires. You got earthquakes in diverse places. All right, these things are.
It was 144,000 of them a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They detected 144,000 earthquakes going around the world. All right? In a period of 7 days.
Complete.
Complete. That's spiritual, man. So the Lord is showing them signs, man. We are definitely at the end. So that's why the brother's saying it's time right now for our people to wake up, man. Come up out of that slumber, man. You know? Back on you, Ad.
So for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Our salvation is near. Our salvation is the kingdom of heaven. Forever. That's going to be established on earth forever. That's what's at hand. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusion of faces, Israelites, need to wake up. Because it's destruction that's coming to America and all throughout the world.
Man, got a question.
Now, first of all, it is the Bible that we're following. The Bible's the Word, right? That's right. No, I believe Jesus wasn't the white guy that we see like that. I mean, that's wrong.
No,
no
but you
one
gotta
even looked
understand.
like that.
You gotta understand something though. The reason why they made Jesus white is so
Yeah,
the
yeah.
slave. No, wait, let me finish.
right.
It's so when the slave master who was white. So when the black people, they're slaves, when they had black people as slaves,
Right.
so when they looked at the slave master, subconsciously, Jesus is white, the slave master is white. So the slave master must be of divine nature, therefore I must be his slave.
Right, and then they're using the Bible to make that
Yeah.
to do it. Another word that they like to phrase or whatever that they like to throw around. We was talking about it was manifest destiny,
Yes.
which was true.
It was God's given divine right that we
we're
need to go to
supposed to
rape
move
and
over.
pillage and take everything.
Right.
It's ours because God said so.
Right.
I got something real quick. And this was basically dealing with slavery in Massachusetts, going back to when Great Britain, when they basically colonized the New World over here, and the East Coast became really. It was basically a law that was set up back then. Real quick, let me get this information out real quick. This is basically, hold on. Yeah, get your script. Yeah, get your scripture.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, which whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit,
whom we have not preached. It's not written in the Bible. The Jesus that they came preaching with that white image is not who was written in the Bible, depicted in the Bible.
Right.
So that's another Jesus. You got it, bro.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye received another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with them.
And with Esau, when he colonized this side of the world, he brought a whole nother Jesus with him. That's basically what happened. He brought a whole nother theology to the people that were already over here. Okay? And he basically used that to subconsciously enslave them. He beat them out of their heritage, made them speak his language, indoctrinated him, and then he went over to the west coast of Africa. He went over there to Europe, over there, Portugal and Spain, took the slaves from over there, brought them over here, put the same theology on them, okay? And basically took over, man. That's how he ended up getting this land, all right? Now, this is, I was looking for, I found it, and this is in Wikipedia. It says, the law in 1641 in Massachusetts passed its body of liberties which gave legal sanction to certain kinds of slavery. There shall never be any bond slavery, villanage, or captivity amongst us, talking about whites, unless it's a lawful captives taken in just wars or such strangers as willingly sell themselves or are sold to us. And these shall have all the liberties and Christian usages which the law of God establishes in Israel concerning such persons do morally required.
Now, let me say this real quick. In the movie 12 Years a Slave, the character that Brad Pitt played fits exactly what that's talking about.
Yeah.
He was an indentured servant. He wasn't a slave. He worked on the plantation and did stuff, but he still had clearly had more rights than the other slaves had, than the Negro slaves had.
That's right. It says, this exempts none from servitude who shall be judged thereto by authority. It says, it notes that the references to strangers is derived from Leviticus 25, 36 through 55, and it explains that they could be ruled and sold as slaves. Now, they taken what was given to the Israelites and they used it for themselves. Because the Bible was supposed to, this was the word that was given to the children of Israel. Right. You get that in Psalms, was that 147 and 19 through 20? Matter of fact, get it real quick. Just get it real quick. But see, these devils, they took it in their hand and they used it as a tool, man. That's what happened. Get that real quick.
Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
So the Lord gave his word unto the children of Israel. Go ahead.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He haven't dealt so with any other nation. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And that's just one scripture. There's many scriptures that prove that all throughout the Bible.
It shows the distinction between Israel and the rest of the world.
Right. So now, when the devils took this book, they actually took it as if they were in place of the children of Israel. Okay? Now, we're the Lord's chosen people, so we have the right to come and take your land. We could rape your women. We could seize, colonize you. All right? Because you're considered a stranger.
And they did it all in the name of Christianity.
Christianity, Roman Catholicism. All right? Get that in Leviticus, because this is where they got this from. Leviticus 25 and start at 39.
Leviticus 25, verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxed poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant.
It's a different kind of slavery. It's basically like when you have somebody amongst your own nation and you see them doing very poorly and very bad. So what do you do when you have compassion on them? You give them a job. Give them a job, let them work for you, and you give them, you know, whatever it is you're gonna pay him with or give him for his labors. And that's a form of slavery, but it's not the same slavery that we had to go through. All right, getting lynched and getting castrated and abused, and our women, you know, raping our women. All right, stuff like that, man. That doesn't pertain to slavery. That's just cruelty.
Separating our families.
Separating families. And you know, amongst us, everything was still diplomatic, man. Everything, we still dealt with order. Everything was still brotherly.
And we still dealt under what was in the law. So after that 6 years, that servant, he could go on his own way because he had enough abundance. He had crops or whatever to go his own way. If he did, but if a lot of times they was getting treated so good, they stayed with the master.
Yep.
So that's what the true definition of what a bond servant, a slave, should be. It shouldn't be you getting whooped and beat and hung, like you said, castrated, your women raped. That's what happened during the slavery time.
No rights, no privileges. You just traded basically less than a human, man.
Yep.
An animal. That's what they saw you, as an animal. Okay.
When we was in captivity under the Persians and even before the Babylonians, we still could be Israelites. We still were able to keep our customs in those lands. But when you get to the time of the Greeks, that's when it was like, no, we don't want them practicing what they do. We don't want them keeping their law. We want everybody to consent unto one law, and we're gonna make up what that law was. And that's in the history.
And they made us
in the Bible.
try to say we were one people, and because they knew that we were who we were, and who our power was, Yahweh.
Yeah, let's go back to that in the law. Finish that.
Leviticus 25 and
39.
40.
Yeah, 40.
But as a hired servant and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee. He shall be with thee and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee.
Yep.
And then shall he depart from thee both, he and his children with
And
him.
Jubilee is basically when you forgive debts.
Yeah.
You're supposed to forgive
About 7 years, right?
after 7 years. You're supposed to basically wipe the plate clean.
And
Give them a
everybody
clean
still
slate.
looks for that. That's still in order in America.
Under bankruptcy,
bankruptcy.
you know,
Yeah.
or something derogative on your credit, it comes off after 7 years.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
But in this society, what do? And instead of forgiving you your debt, they want to basically your debt increases. It's usury, man. You accumulate more and more interest, man. And the more your interest of your debt increases, the more servitude you have to do. So that means that as long as you're in debt to your master, the more you have to be a slave. So basically, everybody here in America, if you're not the super rich, you're a slave. We all slaves, technically.
Yeah, look on debtclock.org, man. Every U.S. citizen is like 6 figures in debt. Debt to who? The Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, man. The higher ups. All right? Go ahead, Al.
And they shall depart from thee, both he and his child, and with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. For they are my servants which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen.
Because those are your people. You aren't really supposed to sell your own people into captivity, man. You can hire them as a servant, but you're not supposed to enslave them like a heathen, man.
The difference between slave and servant, or is basically you pay them for what they do. They get money. They get real money, enough to benefit off of it. They don't stay just head under, just above water at the waterline. They're supposed to be better off.
They get land. They get cattle.
Yeah.
Real wealth.
Yeah.
You know, they not just giving them, some paper money, some shit that has no value.
And then you gotta use it all up just to go back to work the next day.
They keep you.
Bro, and that's how you know this man is the devil. Not only does he do that, but he also takes taxes. The law tells you you're not supposed to do that, man. And also you're not supposed to keep the hire of a servant till the next day. You're supposed to pay them at the same evening. After they're done with their shift, you're supposed to pay them what you owe them right after their shift.
This is all around a wicked society.
All around wicked,
That's
man.
why the Most High well, you're gonna use the Russians, you're gonna use the Iranians, you're gonna use NATO and EU to destroy America.
Yeah, he got to.
Because this is all around wicked,
Is
wicked
America
ass society.
the new Babylon now, or what?
This is
Babylon.
City of confusion.
But see, we're going into how it all started. This man came over here with his theology, his Christianity, and this is what his Christianity. This is the system that his Christianity set up. It's supposed to
Even
be a
Jesus
Christian.
spoke
It's supposed
of
to
the
be a
wide
Christian
road,
nation.
and a lot of Christians are being misled down the wide road into
Exactly.
the narrow path.
Exactly.
Hey,
Go ahead,
God
Doc.
bless you guys.
All right, man.
Repeat that in microphone.
Finish. You wasn't done with that, right?
No.
Yeah, finish that to go to read down to 44.
For thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear the Most High.
And that was part of the law. That's not how you're supposed to rule over your brother. All right, not with rigor, not like how Pharaoh did to the children of Israel in ancient Egypt. Esau, he did worse than Pharaoh. When he got us in captivity, he did way worse shit than what Pharaoh did. All right, the worst that they did was, give us lashes. They beat us. They whipped us in the back and made sure we stacked them bricks right.
So that exact scene with Brad Pitt in it.
Yeah. But over here, he did way worse than that, man. All right? And this same devil, he opened our book and justified it, man. And here it is, hundreds of years later, you niggas still want to hold on to this religion.
Look at that.
All that was in the name of Christianity. Vocab Malone, he stands by the theology that did this to you.
Yep.
James White, he stands by the theology that did this to you. T.D. Jakes. All right, his ancestors, they were victims of the same theology that he's trying to perpetuate and protect, that he's defended. Why? For what? For fucking fortune and fame? For temporal riches? To live deliciously, man?
In captivity, yeah, he's still a slave, no?
Still a slave, man. All right? I bet you he won't go into this, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you, and them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids.
So basically, for the Israelites, we were allowed to have slaves of the other nations because the world was created for our sakes. So us being special people unto him above all nations, the Lord already set that in the earth for us to be over everybody else.
But he also said it that we would be fair.
We would govern. We would
the right way.
Because we would govern the world with the commandments.
Right.
You would have your own land and inheritance. Okay, everything would be all righteous if the world was to come up under our rulership.
Right.
That's why it tells you when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That's why when the Lord does, when he do come back and establish the kingdom, the whole world is going to be in peace again, man. But right now, this devil is in power, man. And you niggas are fighting tooth and nail to keep him in power.
Right.
That's why the Lord, when he comes back, he going to take this devil, he going to take you niggas out with him. So basically, that law was pertaining to Israel. But because this devil, he thought he was slick, and he took our book into his hands because he saw the power in this book. He knew he could have the power of manipulation with this book. So he took it and enslaved our people, man. Knowing that we got that natural zeal to the Heavenly Father. We're linked to the Father through this book. So that's what he did. Oh, where you see this? You see this art? Hand me Serapis. And he put that up and was like, look, this is God. This is Jesus Christ. All right? So we're those people. You need to bow down to us.
Don't you see we rule over you? It's all y'all and a few of us and we still rule?
Exactly.
Don't you see the power we have?
Don't you see manifest destiny?
Yeah.
Which I'm going to keep bringing that up. Well, I'm going to finish it up right here. Manifest destiny did happen. It was their time to rule, and their manifest destiny is what the dominion that Isaac had given Esau. For when he would rule, that he would rule by the sword. So he believed that it was, but see, this man wants to go overstep his boundaries no longer.
He wants you to believe that he's from the seed of Jacob, but when he knows he's from the seed of Esau, that's why he's ruling with the damn sword.
And that's what he did. These Edomites, when they came over here, because they got help from the Amalekites, because they funded the slave trade. When they got over here and they enslaved Jacob, they basically took on the position of Jacob. All right, they took the covenant in their mouth. All right, they had us believing that they were the Israelites and we were the Gentiles. That's where that whole we're the Gentiles, Jake thinking they're Gentiles. That's where that came from.
Because if they're the Israelites, then we gotta be the Gentiles.
Exactly.
That can still make it and come in.
And this was like their kingdom of heaven. Yep. This was like their Jerusalem. That's what this devil did. This is why the devil got to pay, man. Okay?
Get that,
Yep.
Psalm 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee.
Yep.
So you Edomites shouldn't even have our book in your hands and in your possession. And you breaking it down completely wrong, opposite of what the truth is. And it's led our people into this captivity, and the captivity of their minds. All right, with this plantation Christianity.
Yeah, which is white supremacy. White supremacist theology, man. That's what that is. All right, you told them that the Lord was white, the angels is white. All right, the Most High is white. That's why you laugh at the fact that we say that the Lord was a so-called black man, and that the Israelites are so-called black. Y'all laugh at that, man. You think it's something far-fetched or something absurd.
And they try to validate it because they teach it in those seminary schools, and they think it's valid. Just because Esau told you it was right, and you got a damn piece of paper declaring that, oh look, I got this this degree in theology seminary school certificate. You know, I know what I know the breakdowns of this book. I know the prophecies. I know who these people are.
No, the real truth is, inside those people, they have a flaw of not being sincere about teaching the word out to the people. So where they're commended at and they give credence to was being able to tell Esau, yes, I know how to use this book to make money. Thank you. You helped me make more wealth than I would ever see on my own. That's really all it's really doing. I got something right here about it. That's what I thought what you was right in the book. Isaiah, you got something too, Big Z? All right, Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. The brothers bringing out and shining light on their dark works to push Christianity to keep our people asleep. They're breaking that down, right? It says, who say, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
And that's what the so-called white man has done. He's turned everything upside down that was written in this book. All right? Everybody can make it. The virgin birth. What's some other ones? The Trinity.
Yeah.
All that stuff is off. All right? And our people have taken heed to that and think it's true.
Oh, we can't forget how he changed the narrative on everything. You're the Gentile, we're the people of the Lord.
We're the chosen.
You're black, we're white. Black is every negative term in the book. White means all the positive, good traits in the book. Pure. And you go to the scripture where it say, I'll show, where it talks about how many shall be tried and made white. You read that and be like, oh, so white, white is everything good. So when you think of white people, you think of everything good. That's all psychological, man.
And that one guy that was up here, he knew it.
He knew it. So hey, this devil, he did a number on you niggas, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the reason why you hate each other, you hate yourself, and you gravitate to this devil, and you develop what we call Stockholm syndrome. You can't get this devil out your goddamn heads, man.
You sympathize with your oppressor.
Especially you Latin tribes, man. Y'all, it's gonna take a missile for y'all to let him go, man. It's gonna take several missiles. It's gonna take that famine down there that's going on in South America and the earthquakes, all that that's happening to y'all down there. And man, guess what, man? The Lord is doing that. All right? Because y'all worship this devil, man. Y'all don't know, y'all don't understand your history, man.
Right.
Them conquistadors, they came up with that white image and they shoved them right down your face, man. With a foot sideways.
Hey, like the brother say, man, your forefathers, Montezuma and all them guys, man, they're rolling over in their graves right now.
Man.
For real, after how easily y'all lay down and want to beat this damn devil. Y'all see the like traits of the stringier hair and the lighter eyes and the lighter skin, and you rather gravitate to them than the spiritual attachment that you have to your own brother. And that's something I just want to say about the difference between Judah and the kingdom of Israel, the two kingdoms. The northern kingdom, when they came over here, they've been so much, they kept some of the customs, But they had been so far that they didn't get that same deep experience with the Lord that the southern kingdom got. He was wandering in the land and doing miracles among the southern kingdom. They didn't get that same time of him being over with them. Okay, so this is far-fetched that somebody dark-skinned or black even would be attached to them. But little do you know, we're the same people. When you look at what we do, we connect on a deeper level, on a spiritual level. Not just with our belief system, but just in the things in our spirits, what we personally do, the things we like.
I mean, but if they learn their history, they'd understand that you know, their forefathers was calling the Messiah Quetzalcoatl, and they saw that he was a man of color. Okay, they knew that the Lord was a dark-skinned man.
Because most of them were dark.
Because they were dark.
Even in the textbook, if you read it, it says that the northern kingdom they were brown. It just says brown to
they
yellow.
Still are. There's only a few tribes that's real light-skinned.
Yeah.
Asher and some of them.
Hosea 7 and 8. And Ephraim mingled themselves, mixed themselves among the heathen. He's a cake not turned. You know? It was meant for that to happen, man.
Let me knock out the scripture. In the middle of that verse.
I still have some of that information too.
Verse 16, Isaiah 29 and 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say unto him that framed it, he hath no understanding? You know? Yep, that's pretty much the point.
You had something?
Job 38, 30 and 8.
Slakia, because I don't want to leave that unbroken down. Basically what that's talking about is the Most High. You can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. All this turning upside down and all of that they're doing is still going to play right into the Most High God's big plan. Okay, that's what that basically means. Just because you don't understand it, or we down here don't fully understand it, don't mean that the Most High ain't got it all laid out. You got it, bro.
Job 30 and 8. They were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song, I am their byword.
That means what? We're their entertainment. All right, they got all type of derogatory terms about us. Basically, we're underneath them. All right. Now we're their peasant. You know, they're the servants that are on horses, and we're the princes that are just standing on the earth. You know?
Yeah, because they were the cavemen in South Georgia, Russia, in the mountains, Caucasians, and they didn't have no language, man. You know, they were cavemen, man. They wasn't cleaning themselves. All right, they had lice. All right, typhus, all that shit, man. They ain't had no language. All right, they ate raw meat. All right, they ate berries and shit. You know, they was in a beastly state, man. And now we're under them. You know, because we civilized them. You know?
They said the other way, but
they said the other way around.
They said that when they came over here, they said they civilized the northern tribe, the tribe of Gad.
That's a bold-faced lie. Them devils, they didn't even know how to survive winters when they got over here.
They didn't know
they came over here all diseased and they were unclean. They didn't know how to take care of themselves. They rather spend the time looking for gold and resources than to actually care for themselves.
Yeah, we civilized them, man. We taught them English, we taught them French, Italian, all right, taught them Russian, you know, different languages up over there in Europe, you know, and they came into power during the Renaissance, man, you know, and they got us enslaved, man.
Our people didn't know disease before the so-called white man set foot over here. All right, they brought these diseases and these plagues, and that killed off our people. Smallpox. All right, our people knew how to take care of themselves. The tribes knew how to live off the land. Mm-hmm. They knew about the herbs and certain things to take. All right.
What happened? The Most High took this base man And he set him up over us, man. Was that Daniel 4:17? It's the Lord that ruleth in the kingdom of men. The Lord shows his power through anybody, man. He shows his power through anybody, man. You can take the lowest bum and make him fucking a king, man. You know? Overnight. That's what he did with this devil. Took him out of the caves. All right, they didn't even know how to speak right. Stank like hell, hairy as fuck. And now this devil is own Wall Street. He owns the jewelry, jewelry district. He owns Hollywood. He controls all the banks, the central bank. He runs the whole planet, man.
It's spaceman.
Okay.
The same. Let me say this. The same thing with us. Like you see, the white man ain't shit. They look at us like we ain't shit. And how could these men be men of the Lord? Like Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. How are they numbered amongst the children of the Most High?
This was he sometime that we had in the original. We thought his latter end to be
without honor.
Without honor.
Verse 9. And now I am their byword. And now I am their song. Yeah, I am their byword. They abhor me. They flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
Basically, they disrespect you, man. These nations, they have no disrespect. They have no respect for you at all, man. Okay. Hey, Esau, he spits in you niggas' faces all the time.
Yeah, how these niggas say Job was Edomite? Job says his skin is black. Upon him. These guys.
You know why? Because they're not used to anybody going look and making sure.
Yeah, like the Apostle Paul said, Christians don't read. You don't read the scriptures. You take TD fakes and word for, that's it. That's the gospel. That's the scripture. You take James White the Edomite.
But you see, they make everybody an Edomite because they're trying to save the white man. But which one is it? Is Esau not the white man? But yet, y'all try to make everybody an Edomite so you can say white people can make it. But I thought Edomites wasn't white people.
They wasn't. They the real children. That's what we should worry about if they're gonna make. They gonna make it. They don't worry about it.
Come on, man. See, they're confused about their theology because
it ain't that they're confused. They just don't want to accept it.
But they're playing games because they're trying to say that. Without a shadow of a doubt, we know the so-called white man is Esau. He is the Edomites. But y'all position is, well, the white man is not Esau. But if y'all want to say Esau can't make it, Job is an Edomite. All these people are Edomites. So what are you trying to say then?
We're not supposed to keep tabs on their doctrine. Because they don't have a doctrine. They're just trying to throw whatever to discredit our doctrine. That's the whole point. They don't have a position to stand on. They just want to throw up our position that we stand on. And you can't, because you can't overthrow the truth. The truth stands forever.
If this council,
I got a precept that goes,
if this council be of men, it shall come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it.
You can't overthrow this. It ain't going to come to naught. I got a precept back to what he said about how they look at us and look down on us, right? Lamentations 2:15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
Got fly your brother?
No, we ain't no flyers, man.
Okay.
We right here. This is where we at.
I know. Every time I see you brothers out here.
You have Edomites stop and question, well, what is this? Jake just fucking,
this is on here all the time.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, well, are you gonna stop and
ask a question?
figure out why we out here? Well, Jake don't want it, it's like, hey, but you can't get mad because we don't want everybody to, this ain't for everybody. We only out here for a certain remnant. Straight up,
What it do? What's this about? Israelites?
Yep.
Seriously. Y'all like in the program and stuff, huh? Where they step child in the villages? No. Y'all just out here doing it?
Just teaching the word. Teaching for the Bible. Prophesying.
Last time some people came out and all that, They're trying to insult my intelligence. You know what I mean? All I had was a question.
What's your question?
My question was, I was trying to ask a question first. He kept trying to ask me a question, but okay, but I thought he was trying to insult my intelligence because he cut me off. He's like, what? But you don't even know who I am, brother. You don't even know my name.
I know you, but
You know what I mean? Know nothing about me. But you so quick to cut me off. You know what I mean? I actually looked in to the Israelites.
okay. So I want to know your question. You'll know who the real men of the Lord are by how they answer your question.
Right.
You still got that question, we can answer it.
But I've been learning ever since then.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You
I
got
ain't
the
need him
answer?
because I had him.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But I like to hear some, you feel me?
Okay, well, let me read this again, right? Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found it. We have seen it.
That's,
No, you got it.
that's talking about how the other nations are ruling over us and they look at us, they look down on us like we ain't shit. This is, like you said, this is the beauty of perfection. That's how they look at us.
This is the choice that God, this is the choice that God made of His own chosen people. You niggas, we gonna call you black. We gonna call you niggas. We gonna call you Africans. We gonna call you.
Yes, but hey, guess what though? Let me tell you something. That them people, the enemy been doing. They've been trying, keyword, to wipe us out since the beginning of time. So, they race is going. Why you think they doing that though? That's just one question I got for y'all. You know what I mean? Why you?
Why think they're trying to kill us?
Yeah.
Because we're the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. You see these people on this side?
That's right. That's right. And that's true. Now, I cut it. That's true. You already answered my question. It is. But you forgot. They race going to stink.
Yeah.
They race going to stink because why? Dominant, right? Dominant.
But it's not.
That's so facts. It's like crayons and color pencils, bro.
But it's not because of us.
But all I found, hold on, let me finish. I just want to say that I don't put my trust in the men. I don't put my trust to like a doorknob. You know what I mean? I put my trust in him because every time I go to him, he'll show me another way. He'll open my eyes to something new. I'm only 22 years old.
He's showing you another way right now, but you got to be humble enough to receive.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're talking about. I just want you to understand me real quick. That's it. I'm 22 years old. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm 22 years old. Only reason why I say that is because if you go look up on YouTube or whatever you want to call it, the internet, you want to go, you know how it's statistics. So they race is going extinct because we're coming back. Now, my grandma's white. You know what I mean? My grandma's Irish. Now, look at me though.
You know about the
My
Irish?
grandpa's black, but look at me though.
You know what the
She
Irish
had sex with a black man. But I just say that. And like years later, we're gonna come back. And that's what it says in the Bible, right?
You understand
We're
that?
going to come back and we're going to get
understand
it.
that?
I really believe that.
Do you understand that?
I
No,
really
bro.
believe that.
Do you understand that?
all my heart.
The Irish are called the niggas of Europe because the blacks that ruled Europe for 1,000 years during the Dark Ages, the Moors, they were pushed. Some of them are the Irish, the Scottish, the Scottish.
But,
the black.
hey, look.
It's not about that. That's true.
My
facts.
dad culture.
That's true facts.
I know that. My dad. I'm not saying that. I respect my grandma.
But
And all that.
listen, your line goes through your father.
Yeah,
so your grandmother can be Chinese. It don't matter. It's what your father is.
Exactly.
The
I heard of Esau.
The male,
Like Esau,
the male owes.
Is Esau the first white man on earth?
Yeah. No firstborn white man.
Cain was.
Firstborn white man on earth.
Firstborn white man, right?
Yeah, he was the first. Esau was the firstborn white man.
Esau.
He was born without pigment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.